people make you laugh, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun làwa mọ̀, làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Hello there.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀, làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun ti dé ọ̀rẹ́ aráyé. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are joining me again today. I mean, if this is the second time, but if this is your first time, same to you, okay? Thank you so much for tuning in again. Remember, read the caption of the broadcast. Read the description as well. That is, read beyond the caption. Like it. Share it. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell all of them that Mayegun is back. We are still doing a catch up. It is like, catching up on what happened. I mean, the last 5 days. Interesting ones. And then, of course, the saddest one, which comes from their own lawlessness, the state capture, some called it. Read detail, share this, and tell everybody, say, that Mayegun today.
I'm here tonight. Lórí Facebook.
It a catch up because some of these events you probably have heard them but never paid attention to them. And as I do all the time, I want you to pay attention to them. Starting with the freed 20 medical doctors free or released rather by their abductors and the staged drama adulation that the police IG set for himself. Of course, Kolu returned to Nigeria to go and swear for his new acting CGN. And the image you had on your screen earlier is that of Sheyi Tifnumbu sat in the same executive chamber. It may not really mean much. There is more to that too. I'll be going left, right, and center, front and back everywhere. If you are willing to follow me, let's go. Today. So good morning to us. Good afternoon to us. And good evening to all of us from wherever we are joining this chat from. It is Mayegun Live. 2 days ago, the Nigerian police released a statement and they said they have rescued the 20 medical students from University of Maiduguri, University of Jos. They were kidnapped exactly at Otrupo in Benue State last week. Even though the families said they paid ransom of over 50 million naira for their release, police took it upon themselves to say, no, they were rescued. Then people started asking questions like, hey, come on. If you rescue kidnapped victims, shouldn't you arrest their kidnappers? Now, people were asking all these questions. I think that's what prompted them to stage a press conference to tell the story while the freed medical students were in attendance to kind of, the way they usually do under Bokuwari. This time around, they didn't put uniforms on these ones, okay? But when they kidnap mass school children, Then they will tell you that, oh, they have rescued them, but there will be no terrorists on site. If you kill the terrorists, there will be no bodies, no nothing to show. But the difference right now is that Tifnumbu and his own gang, they are retrogressing in their own scripts. I'm glad they are free, by the way. But what you would like to know is that what happened to those who took them? If you are fighting insecurity, if you are fighting terrorism, what happened to those who have the audacity to take other people in any part of Nigeria? So if you rescue them, where is the body of their kidnappers or the arrested ones? They now said this kind of posted a picture that was from 2014, a picture of a bloodied, victims of theirs. I don't know what they did, right? So they said they were arrested armed robbers in 2014. I can't show you that because they were bloody. Okay. And then 2 days ago, Nigerian police in their release said those were the arrested. They arrested 2. Others escaped. You get that now? That they arrested 2 kidnappers of the. In fact, you know what? Let's start from there again, where even the victims, one of them, speaks to the press as well. Let's start with the police IG.
I was surprised when I saw it. I said, thank God you came back this morning. I hope that we sit down. Sit down. Now, Missy was down here. No, Missy will sit down. And what about the commissioner? So, get the name of the
Your Excellency, the Governor of Benue State, represented by Mr. Michael Ogleba, the Commissioner for Finance, Benue State, the Vice Chancellor, University of Jos, Professor Tanko Ishaya, the Vice Chancellor, University of Maiduguri, Professor Mohammed Mele, representatives of the Nigerian Medical Association who are here present, the Deputy Inspector General of Police in charge of operations, DIG Ede Ayuba, very senior police officers who are here present, members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is with a deep sense of relief that I brief you on a successful operation conducted by the Nigerian Police Force, which resulted in the rescue of 27 innocent citizens on 22nd August 2024. These victims had been abducted by a dangerous criminal gang in Benue State. Among those rescued were 20 medical students of the University of Jos and the University of Maiduguri who were cruelly taken abducted while in transit to Enugu on 15th August 2024. Other passengers, 5 of them, and 2 other victims who had previously fallen victim to these heinous criminals were also freed. The successful rescue of these 27 individuals was achieved without the payment of any ransom. This success was made possible through the support received from the Office of the NSA, the activation of security network, intelligence, synergy with other security agencies, community engagement, and deployment of our highly skilled and tactical officers, whose dedication, bravery, and precision in executing their duties are truly commendable. During the operation, our officers engaged the kidnappers in a well-coordinated tactical offensive. I am pleased to inform you that the kingpin of this notorious gang was neutralized during an exchange of fire with our operatives, while 2 other members of the gang were arrested and their weapons recovered. These individuals are currently in our custody, where they are providing valuable information that will help us dismantle their criminal network and prevent future occurrences of such abductions. It is pertinent to state that rescue operations of this magnitude are painstakingly difficult and complex, requiring not only deployment of massive resources, but also physical courage, meticulous planning, and coordination. In this regard, I must extend my heartfelt appreciation to the Office of the National Security Advisor, whose support was instrumental in this operation. I must place on record the personal commitment of the National Security Advisor, Malam Nuhu Ribadu, to the success of the operation that led to the successful rescue of these victims. Mr. President gave us a marching order. He told us that he wants his children back. And since then, we have not been sleeping. I also wish to acknowledge the invaluable contributions of other security agencies who partner with us, as well as the local vigilantes who played a crucial role in ensuring the success of this mission. This success is a demonstration of what can be achieved when we work together towards a common goal. Let me take this opportunity to address all Nigerians, particularly the relatives of those who have been victims of such criminal acts in the past. We understand the anxiety and pain that families experience during these trying times. However, we urge you to cooperate with the police and other security agencies when such situations arise. It is only through cooperation and trust that we can effectively carry out our constitutional mandate of securing lives and property. We remain resolute in our commitment to rid our nation of criminal elements who seek to disrupt the peace and security of our society. The Nigerian Police Force will continue to employ every lawful means at its disposal to protect the lives and property of all Nigerians, while strongly determined to ensure that those who choose to engage in criminal activities are brought to justice. As we continue to advance our efforts in combating crime across the country, I assure you that we will remain vigilant, proactive, and relentless in our pursuit of a safer Nigeria where the security of every Nigerian and residents in our great country is our top priority. And we will not rest until every citizen can go about their daily lives free from fear and intimidation. Once again, I commend the bravery and professionalism of our officers, and I thank all the agencies and individuals who contributed to the success of this operation. Together, we will continue to strive towards a safer, more secure Nigeria. Thank you, and may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
You know, he lied from the beginning to the end, right? And he did a press conference because they needed to say Tifnubu wanted his children back. Tifnubu with the France wanted his children back. And since then, they've not had, they've been having sleepless nights. There is more lambao because the whole room is correctly staged. All right? This operation, this mission, this operation, this mission. We neutralized the leader and 2 others. We arrested 2. Abba. The same script, isn't it? This one will be police officers. This one like civilians. Listen to this one too. At the same venue.
IGP Kayode and all the deputy IGPs that are here present. His Excellency, the Governor of Benue State, my colleague, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Maiduguri, all the senior police officers that are here present, the parents of the the kidnapped students, and our own dear students, distinguished guests here, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure today to have the opportunity that the IGP has given us, to convey our message on behalf of the Governing Council of the University of Jos, the Senate, and indeed the entire University of Jos community, to stand here or sit here to express our profound gratitude to the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, who directed that the students who were kidnapped must be rescued. And of course, that directive has been taken or were taken seriously by the Inspector General of Police, the National Security Advisor, the government of Benue State, and the entire security agencies that have worked tirelessly to ensure that today we can smile, that today we are having our students back, and we are gratitude to all the efforts that these security agencies have put in. Indeed, this successful operation, I believe, is a demonstration to Nigeria that indeed we have security agencies that are determined to provide a safe environment for this country. I'm sure a majority of us, when this thing happened, we weren't quite sure what was going to happen. But we took the plunge immediately as a university, reported to all the security agencies, and they took everything possible. They made everything possible. I must, IGP, commend, your men who worked under very, very difficult circumstances, very difficult terrain, to be able to rescue these our students. And I of course, understand how difficult that terrain is. I also want to use this opportunity to appreciate and thank all Nigerians, because indeed all Nigerians have been praying. While your men was in the bush, Nigerians were praying for your men, actually, and the students to be rescued appropriately and bring them back safe and sound. I want to also commend the patience of the parents. We have been in touch, we have been in communication with the parents since the kidnap started. I want to commend them because it was not easy for the communication for them, for us to even from time to time convince them that indeed the security agencies are at work, and assure them that by the grace of God the security agencies are going to bring back these students unhurt. We are happy, and we want to thank you most sincerely. We want to thank the cooperation of everybody. I want to assure you, IGP sir, that because we know that these our students have gone through trauma, psychological and physical trauma. As a university, we have already arranged and prepared that as soon as we hand over these students to us, we are going to camp them somewhere where we are going to provide, counseling, guidance and counseling before they are actually reintegrated back into the society. We may assume that, some of the trauma that because they are looking very, very physical and healthy, but we believe that they require a kind of guidance, particularly counseling, that will make them, overcome the trauma and the experience that they have had. And I can assure you that as soon as the students are at our hands, we are going to collaborate with the parents to ensure that is being provided by the university, particularly the University of Jos. Even the students that are coming from Maiduguri actually took off from the University of Jos. So that was why I was saying, even if the VC of Maiduguri is not here, I'm here in proxy to represent both the universities. So I want to thank you once again. I want to thank.
Appreciate. Thank you. The students are back, and the other 20. The other 7 people. Sure, you get. That's the stage, because they needed to prove to all of you that they rescued them. So when you have the VC of this university, you have the governor of that state, all of them are there giving themselves and passing on flowers. Thank you so much for your men and your gallant so and so. Yeah. But let's be honest though, okay? If the Nigerian police want to find you, as useless as they are, if Nigerian police won't do, I've been told that, but I'm not saying like to the standard of the world, this, inside that same Nigeria, if Nigerian police won't find anybody, they will find you. Except if they don't want to see you. If the police no fit see you, they have other paid, well-paid secret security agents. Their job is to have access to data that me and you can't have access to. They have clearance. The reason why we don't really see to understand these guys, other than the evil they represent, is because that kind of resources, if they deploy them into looking after bad people, Nigeria may not be in this situation. And guess what? If they really have to do their job, they will likely have to put, listen to this, they would have to put more than 80% of your elected officials, or those ones who read themselves, it doesn't matter, your public officials, they would have to put like 80% of them in jail. Out of that 80% that will be in jail, there will actually be more than 40% of them involved in different kinds of terrorism against Nigeria. Yeah, religious terrorism, tribal ethnic terrorism, economic terrorism, all kind of sabotage against Nigeria using the position they had in the past. So they will either be standing trial for treason, which means they will be killed, 40% of them. And guess what? Like 80% of the head of the police leadership in Nigeria, 80% of them will end up in jail as well. Out of the 80%, more than 40% of them as well, they would have to probably be hung. They will be killed because they have been involved in kidnapping, which is against the law. They have been involved in armed robbery. They have been police in Nigeria. They have been involved in renting their arm to criminals. So when they begin to look at those who are coordinating that, they have been involved in killing many Nigerians extrajudicially, right? Not just that, and some of them have been buried. So do you understand what it means? Like if they want to do their job for real, because they are empowered to see everything. You know, to say, if you think you are very clean, I'm very clean, I don't have anything, and all of that. If government is interested in you, and they need to find something on you, like desperately, they will find something. Except if it's just something that is not really useful per se, but they will find something. Then you will know that you're actually not that clean. But how do you think it's difficult for criminal government to track criminals? How do you think it's difficult? Because you cannot, negative cannot cancel negative. I think, right? I mean, no, that's not a good analogy. See, scratch that. All right. Thieves no fit catch thief, even though they said that thieves sabi the track of another thief on the rock. A lie. Analogy of the thieves. So it's difficult because they are all compromised. But true, if they want to find or see anything, they would get you. This issue of tracking people's phone and all that, yeah, is a tool. It's a very powerful tool that governments in the world have on the rest of their people. It's like a spy, as easy as free as our mobiles. They are not totally free from the spyware of the government all over the world. It just depends on what they are looking for. And that is why it is so strange when the Nigerian police or criminal police said their hands are tied. Same with the military. Our hands are tied. Because they didn't give us the order to go after the terrorists. Terrorists, they social media, on TikTok, displaying their victims, displaying the ransom, displaying their weapons. I saw one abusing Tifnumbu yesterday. I just passed. Let's go back into that room of the rescue student again. I like what that guy said, by the way. We need to give them counseling. We need to give them therapists because of the trauma they've been through. Even though they look healthy, I don't even know if that's right. They look healthy physically, they look okay, but we believe that a lot has happened in the last 1 week that requires, more than just physically okay. Listen to this one.
Governor of Benue State, who would have loved to be here personally. He's so excited and happy as what has happened. His first thanks go to the president.